Boots versus Bud. Here's the issue.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Boots versus Bud. You got some moving parts here. First and foremost, so far, I gotta say so far because Boots' professional career by today's standards is clearly in it's in its infancy. Everybody's high on Boots, and so far so good. He's backing up all the talk. And apparently he's next up. And I could say that without a problem, man. I like what I see so far, man. Boots so far is that guy. Everyone's looking towards Bud, saying, hey, man, he's next up. Ranking wise and everything. 147, let's get it. This is a fight fans fight right here. I'm saying I like Bud. I like Boots. Bud in by way of age, he's a little long in the tooth. This will be a great fight in most people's eyes. Okay, Boots has not been tested. It's like a catch-22. Has he been tested? Or is he that good? I was reading something that Roy Jones, I didn't read the full article. Roy Jones is quoted saying that and he believes that Boots will be a handful for Bud. And he says, Boots got everything. And the people are already comparing Boots to Roy Jones, the prime Roy Jones, as far as talent is concerned. I get why they would say that. Do I agree with it? Some parts yes, some parts no. But I get why they would say that. Sidebar, I don't like, and I try not to, and it can be difficult sometimes, I try not to put that helmet on comparing fighters of today of the fighters of yesteryear, because it's sort of like the Jordan curse. It can be the Jordan curse. So how many next Jordans did we get before we finally saw Kobe? How many next Jordans there were supposed to be? Harold Miner. I remember Glenn Robinson. I remember Grant Hill. They had pretty good careers, but they weren't no Michael Jordan. And then we got Kobe, who was the not carbon copy, but closest thing as far as athletic ability, style of play. You know what I mean? There was some differences, but Kobe's Kobe. So I don't like doing that with boxers. Especially since Roy's still around, you know what I mean? Not active, but he's still around. He's not passed on. And shout out to Roy Jones. Here's the issue though. Bud has to move. He has to move. Right now, he could fight Boots if he chooses to. And the reason why this is even a conversation is because we don't know what's going on with this Errol Spence situation. We don't know if Bud can make a move. We don't know what the contract says. I've asked around. No one knows. Is it a situation where, you can't do nothing else but fight Errol, regardless of how long he takes? We don't know. Bud said, hey, man, I'm done. I'm moving on. You want to go get your eye surgery now? I moved on. I'm done. Past the fight. Do we believe Bud? Because I remember Bud saying, I'm past the Errol fight. It's not happening. And then the fight happened. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to make of this. Don't know what the contract said. But in the event that the Errol Spence fight, it's like, okay, you have to give me the fight, but when I'm ready, I don't know what it says. Everyone's saying, look, Boots is right there. Go fight Boots. Bud is saying, well, I'm looking at Canelo. Everyone's saying don't do it. I just did a live this morning saying why, you know what? I thought it was a bad idea, but now not so much. He's definitely looking to build his legacy, and I don't think that Bud will go in there and lay down for Canelo like how I believe Jermell Charlo did. I think Bud has a chance to win that fight. But here's the issue, though, y'all. Everyone's saying, nah. Go fight Boots, Bud. Go fight Boots. Why would you go all the way up there to fight Canelo? That's not fair to Boots. It's not fair to Boots. Boots. Now, let me talk to my boxing heads for a second, because I said this on my live, and that's why I'm doing this video. I want to put emphasis on this. True, Boots is there. True, I'd like to see the young man get an opportunity. True, this would be a breakout fight, win or lose. Win or lose. If he makes it a tough fight and shows Bud different looks that he's never seen before, even if he loses on the cards, he could say, man, I was in there with the best in the world and I've learned so much, and this is the beginning. You know, there's a chance that he can go in there and Bud could take care of business and put him out. There's a chance that he can go in there and put Bud out. But if you was Bud, would you be looking towards Boots? Or if Canelo's an actual conversation that can become a reality, and then you're in your mid to late 30s, what would you do? How many times you've heard me say, look, I understand the business of boxing, but you can't make me like it. I don't have to like it. Does Boots deserve a shot? Yes. Unfortunately, Bud is in the driver's seat. Not only did he beat Errol, he dominated him. And people are still talking about it. And we thought we was going to get the rematch. And now we're just not sure. So in the meantime, he said, you know what? Let me go get this gold mouthpiece made or whatever he had done. And I'm calling out Canelo. Now, Canelo is saying, hey, man, you know, what do I gain from fighting Bud? He's too small. If I beat him, they're going to ridicule me. But my thing is this. Hey, Canelo, you fought Amir Khan. Everyone knew that was suicide for Amir Khan, and it ended just how we thought. You thought you killed him. You remember when Khan was laying on the floor and Canelo walked over there and got on both knees like he was in prayer? You thought he killed them, man. But you signed for that fight. You fought your sparring partner. You did that. You know what else you didn't do? You didn't fight David Benavidez. You see, heavy is a head that wears the crown. You see, you had 168. You got Christian and Billy there. You got David Morrell there. You got David Benavidez there. Now, let me stop right there. Everybody wants to see you fight David Benavidez. And all of a sudden, oh, not to be outdone, you said you don't fight Mexicans. And I said, well, David's not Mexican. He's American. And he's 50% of Mexican blood. So that don't count, man. And it was a stupid statement for him to make. Very dumb. But with all that being said, look, man, here's the issue. Boots deserves it. He does. But Bud also reserves the right to make the same decisions that Canelo makes. I'm not going to hold Bud to a standard that no one's holding Canelo Alvarez to. If he could be in the same division with his contemporaries and pick around them and not fight them like David Benavidez, I'm not holding Bud to the same standard. I'm not going to do it because that's unfair. And I like Boots. I also like Benavidez. But why are we going to force Bud to jump in the ring with Boots when we're not forcing Canelo to jump in the ring with Benavidez? That's not fair. That's why I've been quiet on this Boots thing until now. I'm not going to hold Bud to that standard. How about this? Canelo could fight Benavidez And whatever's going to happen up there can happen. If that happens, fine. If the Errol fight is not ready yet, then I'll hold Bud to that standard. Hey, bro, go fight Boots. Either you beat him or you pass the baton. Choice is yours. So until the world holds Canelo to the Benavidez standard, I am not holding Bud to the Boots standard. Fair enough? And this ain't no shade to Boots. I'm just saying, fans, we got to get right. If Canelo earned it, Bud earned it. Watch this. 2 weight classes, undisputed champion. Enough said. He reserves the right to explore his options. If he wants to jump up to 168 and try his luck against Canelo, which is a winnable fight, we shouldn't rip him for that and be standing in the pocket for Boots. Not when the rest of the world is dead silent on this Benavidez situation. Some people are talking, but y'all are not loud enough. Talk to me about Benavidez and Canelo, and then we can have the Bud and Boots discussion. Until then, I'm not forcing Bud to do anything that he don't want to do at this point, especially since Errol is not ready to fight yet. Bud reserves the right to make the decision. Fair enough? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move!